Hello, everyone. So I know it's been a while, a good long while. I think over a year. So sorry for that. You'll see that there's been some improvements to the studio. So bookcase is up. You'll see it's also not just got books on it. It's also got video games and a screwdriver. I think yeah, a screwdriver there as well, which shows you how recently I put it up. So yeah, sorry, it's been a year. I I've just been it's just been quite busy. But the good thing is that I haven't stopped reading books. I've been reading the books the whole time. I just haven't been talking about them as much. And what I'm realizing is these videos kind of serve as a pretty good depository for my thoughts on the book as I finish it. I read a lot of books and I now kind of can't really remember my thoughts on them. So it's been like there's a real kind of self motivation thing here to get these videos up so I can talk about these books. So I've read a lot. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I probably won't talk about every book I've read in the last year. It's not loads. It's probably like 20 or so. But that will take a while, and some of them aren't great or that worthy of commentary. I'll maybe like off the top of my head. So I've just finished Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I don't know if I'll review that or not. I also read some of Dostoevsky. I've been telling myself I was going to read him for like 10 years. I never read him. I read Crime and Punishment, and then sort of as a follow up to that, because it's quite well, they're quite well linked. I also read what's called Notes from a Dead House or House of the Dead. And I probably will review both of those on it. But to be honest, if you want a good review on Crime and Punishment, there's a guy called Unsolicited Advice. He does probably a much better review than I can give you on that. To be honest, he's clearly far more well versed on philosophy and the themes that it covers than I am. Actually, if you look at a lot of the reviews of Crime and Punishment online, I think a lot of them are crap. But this guy's is not, so it's worth checking him out. What else have I read? I've read the first three Malazan books. I really like them. They're just very, very long. I really struggle with long books, I'm realising. And these are like particularly long. They're quite dense, they're quite heavy, and so it's been a bit of a struggle for me to get through those, but not because there's anything wrong with the content, really, just for those reasons. I've read um, I've read a lot of books crossing a lot of genres. Is I guess the short answer. Some non-fiction, some kind of some where there's a sort of a blur between whether they count as non-fiction or fiction. So like the mythology books by Stephen Fry. He kind of wrote four on like the Greek myths. Clearly, they're not a work of historical fact, but they are. There is there are not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not an academic thing, but it's just that you are learning more about the Greek people and the stories that were important to the Greek people, which is why I kind of put them on. They're somewhere in between fiction and non-fiction. I will talk about those. I think I love Greek mythology. I always have, and I've been reading books on that since I was a child. Probably since I could learn to read, I was reading those books. I am reading at the moment, so I'm currently reading Catch 22, which I will put a review on. I really like it. It's very funny. I'm also reading. So you'll see there's a bookshelf behind me. I've got a lot of books downstairs, and what I'm realizing is I have this real desire to buy books and go into charity shops and buy books, but not necessarily read them, and that is dumb. So what I don't like is the fact that I've got a lot of books on my bookshelf that I've never read. And so what I'm doing is one of those 100 book challenge. Well, I don't know if it'll be 100 books, but book challenge things where I am making myself only read books that I have actually purchased. I don't know how many I'll get through. I've made a list. It took me ages, but I've put them all into an Excel spreadsheet. There's about 500 books there that I bought either on Kindle or in physical form, which I will read. So the one that spun on that is the second book in the Sun Eater series by Christopher Rocchio, and I've literally just started listening to that, and I've realised I can't remember anything about the first book, so I'm also listening to a recap of that on YouTube, which I'm almost certain was AI generated. But anyway, it gives you enough of a flavour of what the previous book was to be able to review, to be able to read this one. I hope. So I will eventually put that up, but that's like a 35-hour audiobook. It's going to take me some time. I don't know what book I'll review next on the channel, but there will be one. I don't know if I've got the chops to review Dostoevsky. I don't really think I'm going to be able to say anything particularly profound on those, so maybe I won't review them, other than to say I think they're worth it. I think you need to be careful of the translation, and the best way to do that is to download free samples, the right of the translations that are kind of popular, and pick which one flows best for you. Some of the more popular ones, the ones everyone on Reddit says to read, I've really struggled with. So I can talk about that more if you want, about which one I picked and why. But it's worth your time. I think maybe I will review it, just so I can kind of have a download of my thoughts. Yeah, I will review it. Right, that this is how unscripted these videos are. I will be in touch, I think, hopefully. Thanks.